Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Testing Tricks. So today I would like to discuss about risk-based testing approach and when you should apply this technique and what are the disadvantages and advantages. Okay, so I'll start with what is risk-based testing first. So risk-based testing is a testing strategy. Okay, so where we are mainly selecting few critical functionality test cases from your application for the execution so that you can find few potential defects from the application. That is why you are doing risk based testing. Okay, so you are not selecting all the test cases, you are selecting few major functional test cases so that you can find some potential defects from your application. Okay, so the definition would be okay, so it is a testing strategy where we are selecting few critical functionality test cases for the execution so that we can find potential defect from the application. Okay, so if you have a 200 test cases in your application, you are not executing all the test cases, you are executing only 100 test cases. Okay, now second question is when you should apply risk based testing approach. So the when you should apply risk based testing approach, when you have a tight deadline, you don't have a resource, but management is saying no, at any cost you have to release your module. Okay, so at that time you don't have any option, you have to go for this particular approach to meet the deadline. So when you should apply, when you have a tight deadline. Second is resource resource unavailability of resources. Of QA resource. Okay, so you don't have any resource, you have a tight deadline, you have to release at any cost, then this is the only one option you should apply, risk based testing approach. Okay, advantage. What is advantage? The advantage is you can meet the deadline, that's all. There's no other advantages, only you can meet the deadline. Disadvantages are first disadvantage is you are not executing all the test cases, right? Only you have selected 100 test cases, so remaining 100 test cases you are not executing. So there would be a possibilities where defect will come from those unexecuted test cases on production environment. Okay, so you have not executed all the test cases. 100 test cases you have executed, and after that your code has been transferred from your QA to production, and those 100 test cases which are not executed, maybe from those test cases uh, client got some, maybe client will get some defects. Okay, so there would be a possibility that unexecuted test cases might create a defect on production environment. Okay, that is the one of the disadvantage. Then obviously there will be a risk. Okay, so there will be a risk associated with this approach. And third is quality will also be affected. Okay, so these are the three disadvantages you can say from risk-based testing approach. So I would suggest, if you have a time, then obviously try to execute all 200 test cases. If you don't have any time, then obviously this is the only option you have to apply. That is a risk-based testing approach. But I would suggest, don't follow this approach. Try to execute all the test cases in your lower environment, and then after that you can uh, release, go for the release cycle. Okay, because we are not targeting all the test cases, we are only focusing on the critical functionalities. Okay, and you don't have a resource, so obviously you have to go for this approach. And if they find any defects from unexecuted test cases, defect is defect, right? So at the end of the day, client will say that this is the miss from your QA side. Okay, so yeah, so that is all from my side today. I hope it is clear for everyone. Thank you.